Back at the property today, and the intersection out here where we're at is pretty busy this morning. A lot of people going to and fro for a Saturday morning. That's good news for a coffee shop that's located right here. We were able to meet with some designers this week again. Actually, we were able to see some new renderings from our designers again this week. And they're pretty much done with the renderings, and we'll do a walkthrough and I'll show you some of the concepts that we've been working on with them. But I just wanted to show you a little bit of the outside from the street view, because it's actually, since we've got the trees removed, you can actually see a little bit more of the building from the street. So I just wanted to show you that. Let me walk out here to the intersection a little bit. Don't worry, I'm not going to get run over. I'm not really. There's a sidewalk below me. So, yeah, so you can see a little bit more of where we're at the building-wise. I'll go ahead and spin around a little bit here. You can see that right over my shoulder there, that's a new international school called Westlink International School that's going to be opening up. So that's nice to have right next door to us. And yeah, this is just kind of the intersection that we're at. So let's go inside and check out what's been happening. It's not going to look a whole lot different other than maybe some of the trees and stuff removed, but I think we'll just do a walkthrough and just show you some of the concepts that we've been working on, some of the renderings that we got back. So let's go. Looks like we have a trash trolley in the way here, but that's all right. We'll go around it, go back into the building. One thing that you'll notice when we go under the tarp here, oh look, I wore better shoes this time. One thing you'll notice when we go under the tarp is that we can actually walk straight into our building now. We don't have to go through the neighbor's building like we've been doing because all of the brush has been moved away. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's walk through here. Still got to walk pretty careful because it's still quite a mess down here. So let's get inside. So this is the yard space that is in the back of the building that opens up into Embassy Gardens, which is just right over the fence here. So right over that fence. So this will be outdoor seating accessible from Embassy Gardens. And let's just walk around the property. This area right back here, this is sort of a back corner of the building, and there's a hole in the wall right there. In the original drawings, it was for a door. We're actually going to open this up, and since this is kind of, let me get over here so you can see it better. See, this is just kind of dead space in a corner. Like, we wouldn't put a table here or anything like that, because who wants to sit in a back corner of the building and stare at the wall? So we're going to actually close this in and close it off to kind of separate the 2 yards. And then we'll put, just a 1-floor roof to match the balcony that's up there. And this will be an extension to the kitchen area. So that's what we're planning to do with that. So we had some ideas for this outdoor space. Up against that back wall, we were just kind of kicking around some ideas, and then we decided that we'd like to put in some bench seating around the back. And so it's going to wrap around the front gate, across the back wall, and then across the wall of the building here. And we're going to put a fire pit in there. So that should be fun for evenings and stuff, and people just want to come hang out. And during the cold Hanoi winter nights, people can come and just enjoy a nice fire pit. So that should be pretty nice. And then we'll have lots of different types of seating out here. All right, so I'm inside the building, and I'm standing behind the roastery. looking out into the street. So straight ahead, that'll be a door, double wide door that we'll be able to pull in our coffee beans. Right out there in front of those doors leading to the street, we'll have a gate, and that'll be one of the entrance gates into Simple Coffee from that street. You can see it a little bit better here. So yeah, that's the roastery. All right, so I'm standing inside the main dining area on the first floor of our new coffee shop. Obviously, we'll have some better flooring than that when it's all done. Right behind me is the barista bar area. Back up against these windows in the back, we'll put in sort of a kitchen area, barista kitchen area in the back. This is another angle of the dining area. So here's the second floor dining space, and we have some really cool renderings that have come out of that. We're going to have some different types of seating in this space. Up against the walls, we're going to have sort of narrow tables with stools on it, and then in the middle of this room, we'll have standard round or perhaps square cafe tables. We'll have some more comfortable seating. In the renderings, they do have an interesting set of iron planters up against the wall, but I don't think we're going to go with it. It just feels like a bit too much in the room, and so we wanted to keep the room a little bit more simple. And then, of course, on the outside, there is a quite large balcony out here, and it wraps pretty far around. So that's the second floor cafe room. Let's walk back here, and we've got two more spaces that we've talked about, but now we have some renderings for. So this space in here is going to be sort of a staff room. And so there'll be work tables here if people want to come up here and just sort of get out of the cafe, get out of the Imago training space and be able to work on their computer quietly and do lesson plans or do other admin work. They could do that in this room. All right, now let's get back into this room. This is the Imago Work vocational room. Again, the walls straight ahead, those are coming down. We're going to open up the room fully. And this is up against this wall here. It's going to be all countertop against that wall. There'll be two sinks. We'll have storage up on the wall, above the sinks between the two windows. And then in the corner of the room on the other side, we'll have like a stove top. We'll have a refrigerator. And then, of course, they've got a nice little balcony too. So we're going to put some windows and doors here, glass windows and doors that lead out to that balcony so that our students will have a little balcony to sit at as well. All right, so I'm up here on the third floor now, and we've got two more rooms, very similar, but a little bit smaller than the rooms that are on the second floor. And these are both going to be classrooms because we do need classroom space. If we walk in, you'll notice this weird wall, like literally right in the middle of the room. Not sure what their plans were for that, but we don't have any plans for it, so it's coming down. So this will be a wider, more square classroom space. And we'll be able to have desks and chairs in here. We'll have a whiteboard up against the wall. We've got some pretty cool renderings that are coming out. All right, and then this is the other classroom. This is going to be a nice space as well. Just be another classroom with chairs and tables, and we'll have a television and whiteboards and everything like that for students to be able to work at. We're going to put up a glass wall there, and that'll become a sensory room for our trainees. So it should be actually pretty cool, a good space for our trainees. Now we're coming up to the top floor, and this space is going to be really, really cool. So I think we mentioned in our previous video that we have found some partners that are going to work with us, and we're going to turn this space into a social impact business incubator. And part of it will be office space. So down in this area, this will be sort of like a co-working space. People could rent a desk here and sort of work on their business projects and things like that, or develop business ideas if they haven't even started yet. And then over on this side, this is going to be more sort of like a social zone. So this is going to be a place where there's going to be more comfortable seating, people that just want to come in and have a conversation, or maybe watch something on the TV, or have other types of meetings in this space. So what are the next steps for this space? Well, we're finishing up the designs. They're almost all the way done. We've asked our designer to complete everything, all the architectural drawings, and to have it all ready within the next couple days, because we need to start working on getting contracts for construction. And our hope is that within the next week or week and a half, we can actually break ground and actually get some construction going. I'm sure you're getting tired of us sort of walking through this empty building. We've done that with 4 episodes now. And so we're itching to get started as well and get this project underway. But we wanted to put a lot of thought and a lot of energy into getting the design right, because we want this place to be accessible, we want it to be comfortable, and we want it to be a community space and a space that actually drives change in our city, especially for people with different types of abilities in our city. We want this to be a place where people of all abilities can come together, can generate ideas, and can learn things and grow. And so that's why we're doing this whole thing. And one thing that we haven't mentioned yet in the videos is that we are crowdsourcing the funding for this. And so we have been raising funds outside of doing these videos. And it's been really cool to see different people give, different groups of people give. We're about 25% of our goal. So we estimate that this whole project, with the design work, the construction, and outfitting the space, and then all of the legal work that's involved, somewhere around $250,000. We're close to 20–25% of that raised already. And so we have enough to get started. And we're just going to go ahead and get started with this. And we're going to keep asking and knocking and seeking for people to come alongside and join us in this project. But we invite you as well, if you're interested in learning more about how you can partner with us. We're both raising funds within Vietnam, and we are raising funds internationally as well. And so the best way to figure out how to go about that is just to shoot us an email, get a hold of us, and then we can contact you, and you talk about how you can be a part of this as well if you're excited about what we're doing. Getting mosquito bites, so I think it's time to go. Bye.